Hi besties, I'm so happy you're here. It's July 25th, which means it's almost August, and I have a problem. I've read only 3 books in the whole month, and I've read more books than this even when I was in a reading slump. My plan to turn that around in the last minute is to read as many books as possible for me in 24 hours. So join me today if you want to see how many that is. It's the perfect day to do this. The electricity is supposed to be turned off, but also I know that I have nothing to do, not really today, especially because of the electricity. Plus, my dad needs the car for the whole day, so we're golden, I think. I don't want to read for 24 hours straight. I did mean to make that video because when I get into a book, I have no problem going to bed. I do have a problem with it, but I still do it. I go to sleep at like 5 a.m. even. That happened especially with the Hermit series. I'm not pulling all-nighters anymore. I used to with my friends. I'm too old for it. I'm just gonna see how it's gonna go. I just want to get into the reading. I'm gonna read for many hours today, many hours tomorrow until we hit the 24 hours. I did get new books, but I had to get them at 2 websites. I got the first order in, so now I have 4 books to choose from. I think this one I'm gonna leave for a date with the book. This one is the last one, I'm pretty sure, in a series that's coming. Obviously, I'm not gonna read that. We have 2 books. I was so excited for this, so I'm leaning more towards this. However, I think I can't remember what this was about. Book girlies were raving about Elin Hilderbrand, and this book was pretty much the only one I could get here. I'm gonna read my Bible, and I started the 3 Philosophies by Peter Kraft. I'm rereading it already, so I'm gonna read some of that, and then I think I'm gonna read like 21st pages of each book, and I'm gonna decide which one I feel like reading first. We're gonna get to at least these 2 in this video, so I'm gonna read them regardless, but you know. I hate that I have to ruin my made bed every day. Also, if you're new here, don't think that I'm some lazy girly. I have chronic pain, so I do spend a lot of time in my bed. However, I enjoy the habit of making it every day. Also, this morning, well, it started last night. I was so tired last night that I set my alarm an hour sooner than I needed. This morning, I came to the kitchen at 6:15, and my dad was like, he's looking at me, confused. And I look at the clock, and I was confused. I'm like, I'm not supposed to be here, right? So I went to bed, and I woke up an hour later. I could just roll with the punches and be productive. That's not who I am. Sometimes it is, not today. This kind of bad. It's almost 1 p.m. and I've read only for 2 hours. This book is so good. When I made the short about the best books I've read this year so far, I wasn't lying too. I did annotate the first time I read this in the blue, and now I'm annotating in yellow. Partially because of the cover, partially because blue and yellow are my favorite colors. I recommend this to everyone so much. Finally using my bookmarks. I've read 20 pages of both of these books. I'm liking both of them. However, the thing is, I love reading this one because of the print and because of how it feels in my hands. This is getting on my nerves because the font is so small. Oh, I don't know. Also, I'm trying to read more books this month, and I spent an hour reading the book I know for sure I'm not gonna finish this month. I always take longer, way longer, to read these types of books. When did I get coffee on my favorite bookmark? Can you see it? Also, if you don't know, this is my favorite bookmark, and I made it in this video. Somewhere here. I'm just gonna get this out of the way. This is really short, and I've been meaning to get this book for a year. or so. I have 22 hours left. That's painful. But I don't know if I probably have better things to do, but I'm gonna ignore them for the sake of this video, of course. I hate reading about mother-daughter relationships. And this is one of those books. Why do I feel like her ex-boyfriend and her best friend are gonna end up together? Doing things that I usually don't. Find my way through the hotel. Make the same when I'm liking it, but I don't know. Oh yeah, I like it. I'm like halfway through. I like the fake dating trope, but obviously romance books are almost the same, always. Like they have the same pattern. This is such an interesting spin on the fake dating. It's still a little quick for me. That's the thing for me. I don't read for like escapism. I can't detach my morals from the story. I know what I'm trying to say. I don't know if you know. Like the fact when people are divorced or whatever they're doing. So because I hate love bombing, it's not nice for me when people fall in love quickly. But I know it can happen and I love it for them. That's just the one thing that's like, I don't know. Bro, do you know what I'm trying to say here? Please. But other than that, I like it. He's an actor, he's down to earth, she's lovely. I just like them. And it's fast paced. We got into it pretty quickly. I just wanna finish it. But it's 3 p.m. so I'm gonna pray now and then I'm gonna continue. I just came out of the shower. I'm 5.5 hours in. I have like 83 pages left. I have to tell you before I forget. I think this might possibly be a 5-star read. Not in a sense as the book You Deserve Each Other. I was raving about it when I was in Bratislava for some reason, and even as I released that vlog, that video, I was questioning it because it wasn't that good. But I'm really liking this. It is a perfect feel-good rom-com. There is nothing icky, so far at least, from the things I usually don't enjoy. Even when the fake dating trope is there and I'm liking it, I don't like that people lie to their families. Even if they're so close, the fact they feel the need to pretend like they're in a relationship for their family, why is that? And how can some families be like that? I don't get it. It's like the lying I don't like, and other stuff, I don't know. Here it is tricky for her because he's an actor. So she's questioning everything, like he's probably just acting. I love how the parents took it. I get why he would lie to his family. They have a good reason for the lie. Not that lying is ever good, but I get it here. There's good enough reason for it. And I really want to get back to reading because I want to know how they figure it out, because this is so real. Like they have real issues. I really want this video to be spoiler free, so I'm just gonna say that there is way more things that I usually don't enjoy in romance books. They are not here. She made everything better, if that makes sense. Wow, I really didn't know what I was missing out on when I couldn't get this book. Also, yes, I am wearing my Christmas pajamas. I'm sure no one noticed that until now. Okay, I finished. And the sun came out. There were a few things I didn't like, and there was something childish in like the third, fourth of the book. So it's not 5 stars, it's like 4.9. That's fair, I feel like. Maybe I'm gonna change my mind. Who knows? Honestly. I also don't have any more space in my bookshelf, so I have to figure that out. And I think I'm gonna get into the hotel and packet. All my friends think I'm so bad, doing things that I usually don't. read it. And I stopped right before we got to the interesting part, shall I say? I don't know how I feel about it, but it's definitely surprising. I wasn't expecting this, that's all I can say. This is not a good news to me. I thought I'm easily gonna do like 10 to 12 hours of reading today. Not happening. We had guests. It's 10:30 and I read only for 7 hours and 22 minutes. And this is how far I am. I'm gonna get back into my PJs and read some more, I guess. I also had 3 big coffees today, pretty strong, and the third one did hurt my stomach, and like I'm tired. If there's one thing you should know about my family, is that we drink coffee even at night. No problem. We are huge coffee drinkers. Okay, did I tell you I'm gonna get into my PJs, read some more, at least for half an hour. I'll talk to you in the morning. Another day, another ruining of my make bed. So yesterday I went to sleep and like 40 past 11, I don't know, where is it? Don't tell me my stopwatch ended. I was in like 8:25. I was so careful yesterday and this morning. How did this happen? I complicate everything. This is not a good situation for me. I'm confusing myself. No, I'm just gonna start it. Yeah, I have 15 hours and 35 minutes left or something like that. It's fine. We're just gonna start from zero. I didn't get that far on 90 pages. I think Elin Hilderbrand is like an older lady. This book takes place in 2022. All the words, like a whole Gen Z thing, I'm not vibing with it. It's so weird. Like there's too much of it. It's interesting enough, good enough writing that I want to see it through. She also introduces so many characters and we are reading from everyone's point of view somehow, so that making it more interesting and fast-paced. It's almost like a movie, and sometimes when books are really good or are almost like an escape for me, sometimes I'm convinced in my head that I watched a movie, but then as I think about it more, I realized I just read a book. Although when that happens, I always think that means the book was really good. I don't think that's gonna mean that in this one. It still has time to redeem itself. I get why people love it. I'm just like, not sure. So we'll see. I had to do something. Okay, now let's ignore all of my responsibilities and read. I have to get as much reading done today as possible. There's no rush, but I just have to move with this. 8 minutes in and my dad already came to my room and I have to do some work, fix something. I have to take photos. I'm fine. Really, it's no big deal. Uptown on the road, I've been around the floor, rooftops, sliding doors. Usually I'm a fan of reading multiple books at once. I'm not even reading them at once, but I'm getting confused. Is that a theme of this video? I don't know. But I'm 2 hours in. I was reading my Bible and the 3 philosophies. Now I'm starting, well, I'm on page 155. I get why people like it, maybe even love it, but it's not for me. Is this fine? I just came home. It's almost 9:30 because I went to mass as every day, but today was special because the mass was celebrated for my grandparents. It's so much more special because today is a solemnity of Jesus's grandparents, so that's a nice touch. I picked up my uncle on the way and somehow my cousin with my aunt ended up in front of me. Also my other cousin with his wife came, so it was nice, and we parked at my aunt's. My cousins, these two, are 50 and almost 50 years old, so we don't see each other that often, so this was really nice, although I'm in pain. Now, I read before mass. I'm at 5 hours. Poured myself a glass of Coke. That was a surprise from my sister and brother-in-law. I'm on page 276, so I don't have much left, and I thought we're gonna have a problem and I'll have to get an ebook because I don't have any more physical books. I'm not really vibing with any of the ebooks that are on my wish list, but I think the books are coming tomorrow, hopefully, or the day after tomorrow. We'll see what we're gonna have to do. I have less than 100 pages left, so that's gonna take me maybe an hour and a half. So I'm gonna finish the Hotel Nantucket today, hopefully. I didn't check again what you can see. Well, that's fine. I'm not dying to finish this. I'm gonna tell you how I feel about the book tomorrow, but it's not good. Hello, I just opened the second package. I'm surprised it came now. Today I read for like 10 minutes maybe. Yesterday I finished the Hotel Nantucket, and you know what? Let's talk about it. I would give it 2.75 stars. It wasn't that bad. There were so many little things that I didn't like about it. It's enough to make me not want to read more books by her. It's definitely a book that someone with bad memory has to binge. There were so many people. I was forgetting some of them even though I binged. It was just weird. I didn't enjoy it. And the books I got now. This is not surprising. I got the Elsie Silver Chestnut Springs series. The first 3 books. I got the 4th one last week. I've shown you that, I think. So this is great. I have them. And 1,000 Boy Kisses. I'm getting sick of romance. I'm getting sick of this challenge. So that's not good. Not at all. But I'm feeling sick just overall. So maybe that has something to do with it. I'm not sure. It's only the 27th. I have time to finish it in July. Did I say I was editing this video this morning and then sister emergency came, so we had to go to my sister's, and I read it there, but I didn't have any books, so I found the Happily Ever After playlist or something like that by Abby Jimenez. So far it seems good. I've read only 3 chapters. Another romance. Good thing the only books I have are romances right now. I don't know what to read. I think I told you that I started reading the Happily Ever After playlist yesterday. Now I'm on 11 hours. I wasn't expecting to like this book. Although I've never read a single fanfiction in my life, I imagine there's something like this. I have like 10 chapters left. They're pretty short. I'm gonna tell you how I feel at the end because I'm scared something's gonna happen. They are on tour. He's a singer. Can I tell you anything about it? I just need to see this through. Okay, I just finished it. I have like 4 hours left. I'd give it maybe 3 stars, which is not bad for me. 3 stars for me is like, it was pretty good. I didn't mind they fell in love so quickly. Girl can hold on to somebody. It would take even less for me to not do anything about it if I even feel like I'm unwanted by someone somewhere. It's all it takes for me. She held on. I like the friendships. Seems like it's pretty personal for the author. What am I supposed to read for 4 hours now? I think I'm gonna start the Chestnut Springs series. Although, as I decided, I'm gonna start this. I went on Instagram just to take a break from reading. What's the first thing I see on my explore page? The whole spread of Chestnut Springs series, plus the last book that I don't own yet, and just the tropes. I'm not feeling it. However, I will end this video today if it's the last thing I do. Let's start this. I did want to read The Last Word, which is a thriller. I found out it's like a horror ghost story, so I'm not reading that. Not necessarily because I'm scared, I'm not, but I don't want to read those things. That's great. No, I have nothing else to read. I couldn't find anything. Flawless, it is out. Spending all of the night moonwalking, and with the view she could see her building. Try to tell her I know I feel it. Keep me floating, I'm on my back. Slow me down when I'm living fast. You make me wanna be with somebody, doing things that I usually don't. Find my way through the hotel lobby. Ain't the same when I'm on my own. All my friends think I'm with somebody, doing things that I usually Enrico wants to tell you what he thinks. I'm officially done with the challenge. Finally. I have a little over 100 pages left, so I'm gonna finish that tonight. I should be done with this pretty soon. I have to skip some parts, and I'm really going just off of a personality here because I don't really like men with long hair. I know nothing about cowboys and this whole thing, but I'm pretty into the town. It's not that bittersweet feeling of finishing a book and you know that you're just not gonna see these characters ever again. Does it make sense? This book is good because it feels like a movie. So overall, I'm a little disappointed in myself. I really thought I can read quicker. But to be fair, I spent quite a bit of time reading Bible and the 3 philosophies of life. So I'd say if I didn't read those books, I would read like 4 to 5 books in 24 hours. As I'm timing it, it seems like I read 70 to 80 pages an hour. It depends on the size of the book and the font size. I don't know if that's good or bad. I thought I'm gonna read more books in 24 hours, but it's fine. It's still not the end of the month, but I feel like I need to step back a little from romance books, and that's all I have. So I'm gonna finish this, and who knows when I'm gonna read again. So that would mean I read 7 books this month. Definitely better than 3. So now I think I need to get back to sewing because I have a lot of that. I hope it doesn't show, but I'm in so much pain I can't even explain it. I just physically want to crumble. I don't know what to do with myself, and I just want to cry from how overwhelming this pain is. And I do cry about it. It's whatever. But I'm saying that because when I'm reading, it's better for my coccyx because like I'm lying down. But obviously when I'm sewing, I have to sit. That's not great. Well, anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I will see you in the next one. I love you.